different. Hunter S. Thompson and even Clyde Lewis, who I knew in Portland, said that he had filmed this alleged Johnny Bosch execution. It's a very popular conspiracy theory that he filmed snuff films.
Okay.
Now, if that's not true, I consider that defamation
This
against
is
the work of
actually-
Hunter S. Thompson.
No, but that's outside of my knowledge. But I was
Right.
just going to say that
Okay.
he was allegedly going to expose possibly the 9/11 thing. He was going to expose
Right. That
like,
came up.
child sex trafficking and all of
Okay.
that. And so, I mean, I guess it's on topic here because, like, age of consent 16 in Vegas. Some of these hotels have been accused of being used for trafficking. You know,
Actually, somebody
this
left me a
airport,
piece
you
of
know.
paper who's an activist here where they are trying to expose people that go to the schools that recruit these girls. And they get them into human trafficking right out of Vegas, whether it's...
So
Yeah.
there was this famous last phone call of Hunter S. Thompson, and I don't remember right now because it's been a while who he was talking to, but he was like saying on the phone that he believed he was going to be killed, and
Right.
then like I think just even shortly after that, it truly did happen.
By the way, we're talking about this in a mall, and we're passing by Giorgio Armani. And where do we walk into? What's our 20? Yeah. What's our 20?
Bellagio.
Bellagio. That's swanky. And see, I'm actually wearing white socks now because before I was super ghetto without socks.
I didn't even know if you had socks on. I was
It
just
almost got me
gifted
into
them
a few
for
fights. I mean, I was
just-
being looked at up and
I
down
was
like...
just trying to be generous because of the off-grid. I know.
Yeah.
I know that
You're
it
saving
gets cold,
me,
right?
You're saving me a
Like,
lot of heartache here.
I
So
probably should have gotten high top socks. Though,
Right.
now that I'm thinking about
God
it.
saw me get into a confrontation over socks, and then all of a sudden this guy, you showed up literally a half hour later. Okay, so anyway, yeah, Hunter S. Thompson, Fear and Loathing Las Vegas, the movie starring Johnny Depp, reenacting the experiences. I think that's one of the better movies that are out there. It really, on a lot of different levels, but his style of writing is influential. His creative writing and use of new words and things of that nature. Yeah.
Yeah, don't just see movies about him or of his topics. Read the books.
You also like
Great Shark
the
Hunt.
Raving Lunatic as well with the audio recorder,
Totally.
which was a part of that story of.
I thought it was quite healthy to lose our minds, and I don't remember who said it, but another writer said that just the fact that we inhabit a body makes us insane.
Right.
So to then go and specifically lose our mind on purpose only makes sense, at least for a little while.
I could imagine doing what he did, what he claimed he did. Now, wasn't there some fiction to that particular book, Fear and Loathing, that was thrown in? I mean, the lawyer character
Well, I mean,
guy.
I don't know. I do not know, but I know that, I mean, just, it was all stylized, all the drug tripping and everything, you know. I mean, who knows if they parked their car up
Right.
on the curb? Who knows all of that? But even that one character, the drugged out Christina Ricci, correct?
Right.
I think that was symbolic of maybe what he wanted to expose, you know.
Interesting, which simulated, showed his lawyer involved with an underage girl,
Exactly,
use
yeah.
of drugs, basically a major crime. So it kind of showed him trying to cover up his friend's crimes by getting rid of the girl really, really early, and then not trying to deal with the situation of So we're just walking through this casino here,
There's-
and I'm thinking,
I think
oh, what was our goal?
I think we're
We're
going
wandering.
to
That's
the art area.
We're actually going. This is great. We have an audio
There's
recording
some
because
really interesting, like, I mean, if you think about also Kubrick and like his masquerade stuff in Eyes Wide Shut, like there's a lot of stuff like that.
we're walking into an art museum in Las Vegas. So we're no longer in the ghetto, and we're in like the main. So this would be Cirque du Soleil art, from what I gather so far. There's I've never tried describing art in audio means, but where would I
This guy's
begin?
truly peeling off his skin, you know, from top to bottom. Some type of rebirth. He's lighter red underneath the darker exterior, but it has this kind of magma quality to me, right? I don't know. Or at least earthy is what I...
Right, I noticed that with the color red, and the
I
tone
mean,
of red.
Obviously it's sculpture, so it's clayish, but...
It says bronze, so this is made out of bronze.
for sure. But it looks like hand sculpted, almost clayish to me. Just appearance wise, not that it's actually not clay.
So the idea is that they made it look like it was out of clay.
I
But
think
bronze
so.
so that's a very serious endeavor to turn bronze into that. Let's see. If I were to, I wonder if these are online. If I was to state contemporary nude Spire 1, Verity bronze. So it's basically a like a superwoman yoga pose.
We're doing well, thank you.
Yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Just
looking
checking
at
it out.
Just
Browsing
on the live
about.
show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably check
Oh,
out
outside
the,
you mean the fountain?
and then want to show them the flower gardens here.
Yeah, I wonder, are they, because they were working on it earlier when I came in, so I don't know if
I haven't
they
been
finished
here
it
for
or
a while.
not.
I was here
Yeah.
in August last.
Oh, yeah. No, they worked on it every season, but it was like being worked on when I came in today, so I don't know if they completed
Right.
it. Normally it takes, a day or two, so you may or may not see it in its
It's a good heads up.
glory.
There's always walking involved.
Oh, in Vegas, yeah. There's, even between hotels. Oh,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, very true. Hard to miss a minute.
Interesting.
My daughter's been taking ballet for actually over a year now. She's just 3.5 years old. And even last night I was dancing with her. It's pretty adorable.
How many other people can say their first time in Vegas when they walk to the real Vegas, they go to one of the finest places into an art gallery? Not for, that's funny. That's
Every
so
single trip to
interesting.
Vegas is
That's where this
different,
guy takes me to a friggin' Cirque du Soleil art gallery.
I didn't actually
That's it.
ever
I gotta go.
come here before,
I gotta
though.
go. I'm kidding.
I've not been to this though.
This is.
I thought
So
this
you
was-
didn't know this was. You
I
just
thought this
walked
was
right
the one
in.
that was leading to the flower garden. I took a wrong turn.
Okay.
It's like
We just ended up here.
we made a right instead of went straight.
Okay. Wow. Well, I can feel the energy here.
So let's take another alt right and we'll end up a bit nice.
Okay. And then here they have they're dancing on the pyramid.
That's cool. You've got muses, I guess, and it goes from there. So yeah, that's same guy.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow, and they also have friendly staff here.
The Daredevil type thing. Daredevil's one of the blind superheroes on
Uh-huh.
Netflix, and he has increased other senses. Like he can be in a building. He's like, the building's clear. There's no one here, or whatever. Or there's people on the subfloors, or whatever. He's just got.
So, it'd be dangerous. A psychic with superhuman strength
Yeah.
that I can take on other people and outthink them.
Probably
Like,
one of.
that's
the
where I need to be
Marvel
after the next solar
characters.
flare cycle. I need to be. Shh. We were just now talking about spiritual parasites and substance abuse, or someone could be poisoned and not even know, right, what they took,
Yeah.
and feel that.
Yeah, people were straight up like eating body parts and stuff. Some guy was found in Florida chewing on a jogger.
This
like,
conversation
years ago.
started you asking me about spice. Is it still a thing?
Yeah.
Because
and, bath salts, like,
right.
they all seem to.
So what are they saying, that people are smoking fake weed, synthetic weed, and weird shit is happening to them?
Well, yeah, or even death, or just totally like loss of their formerly.
Describe this. The bag that I saw in Dallas that was sold over the counter had said it looked like bugs in it or crickets.
Oh, wow.
Like the way it had some sort of guerrilla branding. That was just unusual. So basically, the war on drugs per se has created this, right? Because it was sold over the counter.
Yeah,
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
exactly.
And that's sad to be in a psychological state to be willing to try it, thinking, well, it might cause a little bit of a buzz. Well, I really need to get stoned. Well, I might as well try it.
Yeah, and then you
And
actually
that's-
end up
wow.
truly ruining your life because all the stuff that's illegal may actually be safer.
I had a supernatural experience the other night. Something poked me in the face when I was waiting at McDonald's, feeling depressed. There's entities there, and that's where Las Vegas began. Is that plaza? where I read from the Wikipedia page. When they first broke dirt, it was that same hotel where I'm sitting all upset, waiting for and they're all dark, like our calling, like, we can't help you till noon, and it's $77 solo. And people could benefit from that information to not be really low vibration for their own protection if they're in some of those environments. Yeah. But if I could find a way to manifest $1 million tonight, get to turn the energy in another direction, use some magical superpowers. We're not filming, but if we could describe this, we have an Elvis Presley. Is this an actual? No, I'm sorry, Michael Jackson.
This is the Michael one.
It's actual clothing he wore, and we're looking at a display of it. And we're outside of a casino, not the Flamingo, but this is something else.
This was the Flamingo.
So we're wandering around, and all I'm seeing is just big electronic boxes. That's how I would describe this ambiance, with pogo stick music in the background. Pogo stick music is very important to maintain a high energy feel. And by the way, keep an eye out for that free coffee. It's time to take it up to level 3. We'll try not to get it too.
Usually only offer if you're gambling.
We don't see any Trump hats. Nobody's trying to make it great again in the casino. I don't know if we should check out the Trump Tower. Seems like it could be within. We're definitely not spending any money in Trump Tower. But Trump Tower looks lonely also. When we looked at the strip, it didn't really, it had the bling bling, but it looked like a fake plastic Rolex.
Yeah.
I
think it's more about the Make America Great Again, but Make America Go Away is what the acronym was. It was mistranslated.
Make America Go Away.
Somewhere on the board.
The building does look outdated, but it does have a nice color.
Actually, not the gambling.
This is
Plants
amazing.
vs. Zombies
Right.
is a really fun little app.
Now, when we hear this back, think about this.
Well, it's a holographic screen.
Think about this EVP recordings. Ghost hunting?
Wait, sorry, what?
Ghost hunting? Like ghost.
Okay. Yeah.
We have a recorder, and we're discussing things. Things could come up later when we're in quiet areas. And listen, somebody could be listening on YouTube, which they will. This will be on YouTube.
I think this is where we entered.
If anybody sees anything to write in the comments, you write 0. Okay, that sounds like this guy's yelling at us. He's talking about somebody else. The other guy was eyeing us, but that's just his job. I'm used to a lot of that paranoid energy. I mean, there's a lot of fear. I picked up on that. Fear and loathing in Las Vegas, and I felt that I was here in 24 hours to tell my story without the drugs and alcohol. Although I just smoked a little weed. But that's about it.
My joke was that it was a much more relaxed, less fearful place once weed was legal. But I mean, there is the paranoia of weed as well.
Now, I guess for me, my substance thing would be the smoking and the dust storm combined, knocking my voice out.
I think I might actually drop a 20 on a machine somewhere.
I just smelled some weed and I was afraid it was me. See, paranoia, fear.
I've been looking for,
this is
not
great.
really, but I've been kind of scouting if they have one in the okay, here.
You know what?
This is exactly.
I just got an idea. Las Vegas would be a great place for me to do a comedy stand-up conspiracy show.
Definitely. Okay, so.
All right. He's laying it down on Land of Destiny. I have money in my pocket too. All right.
This isn't. These ones don't have the game I wanted.
Oh man.
They don't have China Shores.
Oh good. I'm like, I really spent $50 in a day? No, that's not.
I'm not telling you to spend money. I was just gonna.
Dude, stop press. Dude, I can't loan you that much, man. Just let me know.
Don't even gamble if you don't want to.
I'm joking. No, you're not asking me. But you know what? That
It
guy
doesn't have the exact game that I won my money on, but these are all the similar thing where you can kick off 3 games and have a multiplier.
Ping pong.
So.
Oh, like I was playing, same type of a thing.
Yeah.
Well then, look, if I don't have to think about it, because for me, you don't want me to think too hard. With regards to gambling, it's gotta be random.
$1.60 a spin, I guess.
Okay, so I've entered $5 into a 1 cent game, and it requires no thought. Wait. Do I have this correct? I put in $5, didn't I? Bet
You have 59 cents left.
Wait, 59 cents.
Yeah.
What? And that through the whole thing?
Yeah, you already. Yeah, it's 45 cents each spin. Because you're putting 1 cent on each
started with
line.
5. Okay,
So there's 45 lines that you could win on. Like one would bounce this way, one would bounce this way.
Whoa, I've never lost money that fast. I'm not playing right. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
I put in $1 in the other one, or a ticket. Okay.
All of these are multi-line
Right.
games.
Okay, we'll stop there.
And I am almost through my $20 actually.
Okay. That was pretty amazing.
No, it's brutal. Yeah.
Did I get a chance to document this? Yes. 1 minute 11 seconds in. So yeah, I just took a $5 bill and burning that would have taken 10 times longer than what just happened. But that energy is still going to come back to me tenfold. So I don't
actually judge me right now. This is the last. I'm
I'm not looking. I'm going to look the other way so I don't witness what's happening here. I might even have to.
My money's not good here.
Okay, oh no, it's projecting. Oh, it took it this time. Yeah, they get your money back.
That must have been one of the new
Tactic
bills
doesn't
signed
work.
by Steve Mnuchin.
It doesn't work.
Right?
Viva Las Paycheck. But that's what it's known as.
So I'm actually betting $2.60 each time.
Wow. I've never seen numbers move like this. I've never seen numbers like this. That boom.
There's one way. 80 cents. Wonderful. So I'm going down. That was too much. The less you bet, the more chances you get. Oh, shit. That still wasn't very much.
You know, I wonder if they're a little less jaded with everybody with a cell phone now about filming. You know what I mean? But I definitely have an auto recorder, but it's definitely not a cell phone. Captain's log, 1800.
You just came rich.
Right.
Is this crime?
We donated. I mean, however you want to look at energy and whatever money. Yeah. The Flamingo.
We have funded the Church of Satan.
Right.
Where should we head next? Did you want to check out Caesar's Palace? Or do you want to
No, we were at
somewhere?
we just got ripped off by the Cromwell. Well, that's why they're no name.
Oliver
We should have stuck with the nostalgia over here with the Flamingo or something like that. We went to this weird modern fashion type, Giorgio Armani, neighborhood area, bling bling. We got Circus, traditional casinos should be checked out as well. We were in Caesar's Palace.
Oh my god. Okay, so that's a little bit funny. The
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin.
It's a Jewish cryptocurrency. We're looking at a sponsored ad on Facebook, literally in Las Vegas for Bitcoin. Really?
My friend sent it to me.
Is this is it satire?
I don't think it is.
That's a real ad?
That's my actual friend right there. So he was scrolling down, and this is an ad that came.
Oh, so they have the Star of David on the Bitcoin.
There's a bit of humor to it all. They have Doggy Coin, I don't know if you saw the little
Dogcoin. I've seen that.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
And instead of download it, I was afraid of some government friggin' download this and find out what we do.
It just failed. It
just completely fell on its face. Yeah.
What did you want to? Where do you want to go?
Well, we just came out of the Flamingo, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we'll walk around that and go. Yeah, we can keep the.
We wanted to go to Caesar's Palace. We had to go from the corner.
Okay.
I really haven't eaten all that much today.
Okay, so
TBH. I should have probably put that money towards food. That would have been super smart. But it doesn't matter.
yeah, we can do that next if there's something that comes up. Now, I mean, I would like to gamble and have the time and focus on like roulette wheels and shit like that. There's a 25-cent
I've
one.
never played roulette. but,
Roulette. Yeah.
So my friend's strategy, whenever he came to Vegas, he would rent a tux so that he gets treated differently, and then he would sit down at a roulette table and he would put half of what he was going to gamble for the days he was there on whatever the color of his choosing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you lose at it, that's fine. You walk away. You're only going to play then with half of what you had. But if you win, then you have doubled what you were going to
Right.
go in with. So that was his strategy, and it did not seem to truly fail him that often, because with roulette it's nearly a half chance of winning. Putting it on green though, I would never be that ballsy. That's the one little square on the roulette table.
You didn't break the bank, did you?
No.
You didn't ding anything. Okay.
No,
well, let's
I have-
gamble again on some way cheap something else that'll have some more, some completely different.
I have credit I'm not going to tap into. I
Okay.
went from my limit of like 7,400 on a Citibank Visa card down to like 5,000, and I'm keeping it there and lowering it, and I am going to not use that card at all while I'm here. But I'm not going to be out on the street. I'll always be able to get a room if I have to, you know?
Right.
I don't actually know how long I'm going to be here.
Well, I wouldn't.
Apparently my
I wouldn't-
wife will
yeah.
find out what gender the baby is on Thursday, so I may only be here
Right.
today and tomorrow.
I don't understand. She got a T-shirt that says "Orgasm Clinic." What the fuck is going on
I
there?
thought he had like a thin blue lion hat. Did you
Some
see that?
weird. She walked up to me like a zombie.
No, but that dude.
Yeah.
Did he have a thin blue lion hat? I thought.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, so they're getting into some weird zone stuff. So yeah.
There's an In-N-Out over here.
Okay.
That's in the
I haven't
price
even-
range.
It's been at least 5 years since I've had that. Or no,
Pretty yummy.
maybe even longer. 15.
Hopefully they're not like twice as expensive here as back home, but
Yeah, it's a big California chain. Okay. I may have had it maybe once in Dallas. So we're going to the In-N-Out, and we have a 24-hour Starbucks to the right. Fresh cocktails sold on the street. The Link, L-I-N-Q, Hotel and Casino.
that's the they're the ones who have the Ferris wheel.
I decided I'm going to judge them by their fonts and being an unknown established casino. Like I know what I'm talking about. because another company with a similar font already took some money of ours. So we have to start
That place is pretty expensive. to stay
applying
at, though,
prejudice
actually.
and discrimination
That one's,
against
that one's not a cheap place to stay.
where?
The Link.
Okay. Yeah, I can.
I am actually kind of stoked that I got 3 nights for free just because of a ridiculous little like fake slot app that the My Vegas thing at Aria.
So this is publicly known. This is how you want. How do you get tips? How do you find out the secret
check it out. So
for
this
these
is the
phone
app.
addicts? He's got a phone.
Let's take a second. So between rides, I would take like a minute.
I'm getting my video out. I'm gonna record this because this video.
Oh shit!
Describe it briefly. This will be a viral video. How do you? the secrets
The app
to
is
getting
not working
to getting
right now.
hotels for free. No, but describe it in 5. Here we go.
Okay, so the My Vegas app is part of the MGM chain of hotels. There's 3 other apps. There's My Vegas Slots, My Vegas Blackjack, Pop Slots, and Konami, or My Konami. And they're all linked together. They're all MGM. You can earn rewards points, loyalty points with them and redeem them for real value, like free helicopter tours over Vegas, or free play slots, or free cocktails, free appetizers, free entrees, free rooms, etc. So I just got 3 free nights at the Aria that I have to use before January 5th. So
And how much would that be normally?
that would be. So I'm still gonna have to probably pay the resort fee and maybe taxes.
Right.
But I think that the value I got is well into the either 300s or 400s.
So you're saving about, it's like saving 50%.
It might even be over $500. Yeah. No, I'm saving way over 50%. If I'm not gonna go splurge on their expensive dining or anything like that, I saved a lot. The only problem with these things is that you can only have one reward active at once. So I would have to redeem that at the hotel, then go back into the app, and then grab like my free entree next. Use that, then go back and grab a free
And
cocktail.
where you learn about this? It just kind of.
I think I might have even seen the ad first on Facebook. I'm not positive, or I just saw it in the Google Play Store. I don't remember.
So cell phones, technology, these apps plays a big role in getting a good deal in Vegas.
So it really is actually free stuff, and so usually when I want to use my rewards points, I had 697,000 rewards points. I used 300,000 of them, so 100,000 per night at the Aria, basically. I usually check out the rooms category. The one that I got was one of the featured deals. And they also have stuff all over the world. The couples resorts, I think, is probably in the Bahamas or something.
And folks, the battery's
But
about to die.
cheaper
so
ones,
this is
Excalibur,
Alaska,
Circus Circus. It actually can be value, but there's tricks to it as well that I don't have the time to get into. But
1 million views. Shot while in Vegas. People are gonna be like, "Yo, my God, did you hear about this? Bill, get in here!" Seriously, that's pretty awesome. I mean, honestly, like my
Free
friend
nights, though.
is,
It's
my friend
not
is really
bad.
smart with that stuff, and she didn't even know about this, but she doesn't know about Vegas. But if one of my friends on Facebook would have told me, not just kidding.
I should have told you about Hotel Tonight for real, though.
I could have done it on a computer, right? Same type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I should show you the app. Just it's
But we still got the audio. We got audio now. You know, what's
so
the website? Where
Hotel
people-
Tonight was, I believe, made more popular because some bands
Right.
made it famous via Rolling Stone because say their stay falls through wherever they were trying to stay for a night, or a
Right.
show gets canceled, they find themselves in another city doing like a last minute show somewhere, and they need to house their entire crew for the night at some hotel. Hotel Tonight, the deals get better the closer to your stay. Instead of booking ahead, saving time or saving money with airlines or whatever, it's the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
The deals get better the closer to the time you want to stay because it's like the leftover rooms that they have. And they're
Oh, it's
trying
updated.
to fill their hotel.
Right.
Yes, it's
So
up
as
to the
opposed to taking-
minute.
Okay.
It's up to the minute, basically.
Right.
So
Whereas other things, you may want to book a flight or a bus trip in advance.
yeah, so
For the
I
hotel, it's a little
got
different.
my stay tonight for $19. Of course, there's a $20 resort.
We're
fee
walking
on
by
top
some
of
sort of a
that.
Lamborghini,
But-
like these weird sports cars. What's that?
It is definitely a Lambo.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I was thinking Lamborghini before
Oh, wait.
we walked up on that. That's
Yeah.
a Lamborghini as well, right?
It's either the Aventador or the
499 million, right? Dollars? Thousand. I have to get my
For
zeros.
4 hours, you can drive
I
one.
have to get my zeros and ones correct in
You
the
can
matrix.
rent them for 4 hours for $500 for
Oh, you could pretend to own a Lamborghini.
yeah.
For
on
how
the way, either 4 or 8 or 24 hours.
Oh,
It's
wow.
basically $1,500 for a day, or $2,000 depending on your model.
Okay, so those
If you get a
connivers,
convertible, it's more.
those connivers and those players.
It's actually way.
It's like one of those player tricks, right?
Yeah.
Go to Vegas and like get. I'm just
No, it is though.
Player's Handbook number 183562.
pickup.
They got a way you can pretend to own a Lamborghini Diablo. Just think of the power.
You rent your Tux and you rent your Lambo. I
Look
drove
at-
in
you know.
and I drove past a exotic cars racetrack, and believe me, it caught my attention. Like, I wanted to take one of these brand new Tesla supercharged like roadsters out and
Right.
see what it feels like to go from 0 to 80 in like basically just under 2 seconds. That's
0 to 80.
0 to 80, 0 to 79 in 1.9 seconds. Is that not insane?
Car scared me. Let's go over here. Oh,
So fast.
so what? They're in line for. It says American, red, white, and blue. Okay, I thought it was AMC for a minute.
They're advertising Tinder, so maybe it is a date night sponsored by Tinder.
Okay,
Yeah,
a
Tinder's
date
right
night.
there.
A date night. Wait.
People are all swiping right or left on Tinder like they meet tonight.
All these people are trying to get some tonight. All these. Wait, I just see a bunch of horny guys. Is that what it is?
I saw
all
one
these
of
guys are in line thinking they're gonna. What's going on here? I'm not saying they're not gonna get laid.
As well, I saw a Tinder date
I'm
night.
just saying. Okay. Wow. Well, we pass by In and Out, but we keep walking too, and work our way around. Right here.
I didn't see it.
But this is actually the most elaborate shopping mall I've been in right now. Yeah, that is pretty cool. The endorphins are rolling, man.
Nation is not too far. There's pretty cool in there too as well.
What is that?
Just the walking through all the shops. I was saying there's like a big old fish tank in there. And
Right.
there's-
No, I want to. Yeah, I'm gonna win some money. I don't know. I'm gonna win at least $10.
They have a cupcake ATM. You order a cupcake on the ATM and it pops out right there.
No way.
Yeah.
We're already seeing food being. This is.
In Beverly Hills, they also have a juice ATM. You order your juice and you look up and it pops out right there.
So how do they do this? Like a combo, or people just usually buy a hamburger? Or?
Depends on if you want fries or not. They have animal style, which means they put their like special sauce and cheese on top on fries. You can do animal style burgers too, which basically does that same thing but on your burger. You can get grilled onions. You can do monkey style, which they're going to
Right.
put fries on your burger. That's way off menu.
And it looks like they have maybe a few places to sit.
And also just possibly retribution for proposed secession or sanctuary city type stuff. So
But what about if the California secession agenda? I mean, obviously the potential for them to break up the U.S. and have it in different regions and things
it's a
like
huge
that.
economy. That they claim it's anywhere from the 5th to the 7th biggest economy in the world.
So many rules and regulations, and literally like it could break off if they wanted to physically, maybe like have its own island. But what? That's a future Cascadia, Oregon. It's gonna break off and
Escape from LA.
Lord of the Flies.
Yeah.
Is set for Oregon. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll create a new population by having more sex and more babies once they become the Lord of the Flies. Archon breeding cults, right? That's what they have planned for California too. Well, you know what? Archon breeding program, totally San Diego. And just these sprawling areas. That's what I was. Not so much about the race of those breeding, but just them breeding there and what they become. Okay, we're in countdown mode. And it's like a fast food thing where people are like animals. You're like waiting in line, like boom, move. And
Michael Keaton was in a movie, The Founder. It was about McDonald's and how I think his name was Roy Cohn.
She's getting close to the 53 mark. Oh, okay. 53? Okay, thanks. See, she said 53 many times, but we were...
So what was actually the least time I've ever waited at In-N-Out. Usually it's more like 20 minutes, 15 minutes,
Really?
20 minutes, and send it over. But anyways, Roy Khan or something like that. He was a door-to-door salesman trying to sell blenders and like milkshake machines and stuff, right? And some guy heard about his blenders, which was a multi-blender, and it could make 6 milkshakes at once. And he wanted to buy like 8 or 12 of them or something. And he's like, "No, you must have this wrong. Like it does 6 at once." He's like, "Yeah, I want to buy like 8 of them or something." And so he went to check out their food place, which is the first McDonald's ever down in San Bernardino, and falls in love with their streamlined kitchen and ends up partnering with them. He finally convinces them to part with him, and like they're all about real ingredients at that point, a family restaurant and everything. A lot of this stuff has lasted over until now. They still promote the family vibe and everything, but they have abandoned milk-based milkshakes and they just have their powder-based milkshakes now, and everything to that one has saved them so much money because they didn't have to have these huge walk-in freezers anymore. They just have the milk powder or whatever, and it's no more freezer costs. So it was a really good kind of docudrama about all of it. And he basically, within like 2 or 3 years, expanded to 1,600 locations and ended up only buying each of them out, the two brothers, for $1.37 billion each. That's all they got out of it. And he's now like billionaire. What he did is he bought the land out from under them. They owned at the restaurants that they owned, and not the chains that he was developing. They only owned the interior. Like, you can serve whatever you want inside, but I own the land all around it. So you're paying all your land taxes to me and all of this stuff. And just, he basically he stole their idea and turned himself into a billionaire.
The issue is new places to share the content outside of Facebook, getting people to sign up for newsletters so they're not just thinking YouTube is going to tell me when your video's up.
Did you ever check out Vimeo?
I gotta try not to insult the audience, but it's like so many people are so dumbed down that they're so, including myself, we're used to YouTube suggesting things. You said Vimeo. Ironically,
is that monetized or no?
The on-demand free level, it's a different thing, but they ironically bought VHX, the on-demand platform. The on-demand platform, I'm not putting a lot of content up now, but I mean, this was the idea that I was going to go to California, feel revitalized, and come back and be cranking out a lot more videos by just taking a geographic break and getting that oxygen. So I wish I had more time on the beach to breathe in that air and even meditate. But the half hour I did meditate, I did a grounding meditation, breathing. I could feel psychically the people next to me. Like that moment in time, I had this small moment in time where I felt, oh, this is why some of these people want to spend money to be here. There's something here that I'm zapping to, and I looked around. There's a point to this, but inspiration's important, passion, to keep that creativity going, especially with so much negativity.
They also were making fake accounts for people so that they could open lines of
No, wait,
credit
I didn't
themselves.
follow the Wells Fargo story because I do stay in the dark with some
They
shit.
opened
Whoa.
millions of fake accounts under real customers' names that the customers did not know about, and they took out loans and they opened lines of credit
Whoa.
and stuff. Yeah.
I have a Wells Fargo account. Wait
So
a minute.
it was to the point that I even got an email from the CEO saying, "Hey, we're trying to make things right with our customers, and we want to move in a better direction." But like, we're talking about the people who did the predatory lending
Right.
for house loans, and like, there's really no morality to banking.
That's horse. There's hacking going on. There's all
Yes,
these things going on.
exactly.
Then you have Wells Fargo doing
Yeah.
using. I didn't know they were using people's real accounts
when
as
I
credit.
when I was told one of the times I had a block on my account just very recently that it was a fraud alert that had triggered it or whatever, I was like, oh, okay. So I called everything and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, our systems are down. And I'm like, this is not cool, you guys. You cannot say that there's frauds going on and then I call into the fraud headquarters and your systems are down. Like, what kind of faith are you just trying to not instill in your system?
Wow.
I already distrust all bankers. Here's restrooms.
Yeah, I'm actually less inclined to actually play any games. He's playing right now, but I'm just gonna get some. But the synchronicity in this trip's been interesting because I got the 1111 synchronicity. I was in room 1118 on the 11th floor. There was another 11 that came up later. Some crazy man threw $11 at me. I made him take it back, but that was San Diego. So my 11s were split up geographically.
I read about that. You said it was all like
Yeah. I just asked them, hey, can I interview you about being homeless and give you cigarettes? And I said I was homeless once, and they threw it in my bag real quick and ran off. And he's wearing rags, like crazy, like ooh, you know, like baggy clothes, and he was moving around like some, I don't know. I was gonna say the synchronicity's been high because right before you messaged me and we were talking on Facebook, and again I wasn't really getting the message the first time because I read it real quick and was responding real quick. I wanted to walk over here. I was thinking I can walk over here, and people were like, dude, what's wrong with you? And I heard not like that, but I literally saw the skyline. And thought, oh, I can just walk over to the strip it's like, no, you got to take a bus. Like, you can't walk across the freeway. They literally have it divided, you know. So then you show up, which is like a half hour later, an hour later. That made the whole thing possible. We still have a few hours. Otherwise, I would not have seen this strip. There's no way I would have walked back, got my luggage, and then would have been able to get back in time. Yeah, so I'm just noting that. I was meant to go back with a less than negative attitude, just demons and gargoyles and zombie. They had some horrible stuff over there. They had pictures of a woman being eaten by a zombie. They think this is the switch topics here. They think that's normal, and that's sick. They just had a shooting. They literally had people going through body scanners and like going into concentration camps to basically get raped.
That was
these amusement centers on the dark side of Vegas on Fremont Street. Somebody should go in there with a camera.
So with the DHS angle of that shooting that I mentioned,
oh right,
there was the alleged long game plan, or even maybe short-term plan, to get more body scanners and stuff in on the casino floors and when people enter every single.
So what came
casino.
first, the amusement park, the zombie apocalypse one, or that we know which one? It would be the game, the movies, the conditioning, then the event.
Yeah.
Wow. So for us to go to there, you don't need to go there now. Or, you know what, would this be the right time to depart? Or do we need to walk down the street to the Hannah?
It's almost 9.
Yeah. I'm not going to do any gambling.
No, I'm done with that.
Okay.
Whenever I was here for that Renaissance fair, I brought one of my friends back, like, a couple hundred of the little like stripper cards.
Right? Oh no! And then they have these magazines here, right here.
I saw him.
I haven't taken any of these as a memento.
I tossed them all on him.
As we walk to the right, there are those escort magazines, and they had like one of those billboards, you know, like buy a woman tonight. No, not buy a slave girl tonight. Have one at your door. Same thing. Slave at least for a half hour. Let's see. That's that commercialized shit, right? Where they just rip you off and like pretend to.
You know, like
pretend to want to have sex with you. I don't know how much has changed.
For a while, I was saying that it's actually much more safe for the people involved in regulating everything.
I've heard that for sure. Yeah.
However, like with the darker side of this all, if this truly is the hub for human trafficking, then like.
Well, another thing could be proposed.
How could it ever actually be safe?
Prostitution never really works for a functioning society. So maybe there's reasons why, even though making it illegal isn't right, putting people in jail, but reasons why society is deemed heroin not a healthy thing, meth not a healthy thing. Now, if Oregon and certain states actually do decriminalize, that's almost too crazy to be true. Maybe not decriminalize and make it a misdemeanor, but that's allegedly the news. Anyway, that's different. Still in a different category. Than marijuana. It's girls direct to your door. I'm gonna give you the number. 702. Are you writing this down? 702-696-9696. 666. Right there you go. It just said 666. Girls went by in a. There were 3 of them, and it is 666. Yeah. See, so they're reptilian. I was thinking reptilian first. We were blonde reptilians working Vegas. Now I was thinking reptilians probably like LA. I think that's well known. They like Vegas. They like the weather. They like the steak. I mean, look at the Ruth Chris Steakhouse franchise. You know, bloody steak. I always make sure that people know Ruth Chris Steakhouse sucks. That anyone that thinks that
I've only seen them from the outside.
Yeah, that's not the best. Now, Hawaiian food is a better way to eat. meat like that. There's a Hawaiian restaurant in Portland where they would have their own teriyaki. I'm completely off topic. We could find a conspiracy in it somewhere, but they had their own teriyaki sauce. It was house made. You think about the stuff that people will buy for status, though, whether it be a dinner to impress somebody, as opposed to just eating something authentic. Yeah. Or the idea of spending a lot of money on an appetizer that doesn't have any real value. Even in the town that I lived in, $6 for pretzel bites at this place that I worked at for 2 months, where I was a food runner. And it's like people are paying for that just because the rest of the, oh, no more girls, no girls. He's giving us cards for girls. So it's like here in Vegas, they got the sign holders for the girls in the cage. You know, they go, hey buddy, you're looking for a girl?
Even in places where it's not explicitly legal for prostitution, you still have all of the guys at bars buying girls drinks because that's indirectly giving them wealth or whatever.
By the way, on the topic of Greyhound, just random stuff, if they want less people to be high on Quaaludes and drugs, they can make the ride a little more, don't put them in situations where they're in layover for 5 hours and maybe the lady won't be popping pills.
That is a rather long layover. That's like...
I mean, sleep deprivation while traveling does stuff to the cerebral cortex.
That's SFO airport level layovers.
Right.
Or delays.
For me, it's been like a consciousness expansion. Look, zombie, how do you say
burlesque?
Okay, so that would be like a nightclub, zombie strip club. That is sick.
This was newer.
Zombie strip clubs.
This wasn't here last time. This was at a fountain.
Wow.
Now it's a sound.
Yeah. I've heard of a zombie porno. Never watched one. There's actually a very famous gay zombie porno.
Oh my god!
It's like they knew me.
Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit funny because
don't forget ghost recordings.
I play Pokemon Go because my daughter loves Pokemon. Right?
Oh, was that a Pokemon that just walked by us?
Yeah, that was Pikachu.
Okay.
I'm sure you've heard the name Pikachu, right?
No, I try not to, but I just know it's a mass mind control tool, though.
So that's what I was saying. Is this is basically a VR Pokemon game. So that Samsung store back there.
Okay.
And so you go there and you can get Pokeballs to throw at the Pokemon and catch them. And they're just all over all these cities.
Mm-hmm.
It's pervasive. Like T-Mobile stores, Starbucks, they're all Pokestops and gyms.
Yeah.
And yes, you were right. It is totally location tracking, and your camera is activated for the duration of the time you're playing the game. If not all the time, who knows? But
I'm sure not just that. Something else to go. But I know that when it was
very, very addicting.
On that note, there's this guy I want to put it down. When I had to work with him running food at that restaurant, Pokemon Go was. It's amazing how cell phones.
It's truly everywhere, though. Look at the entire downtown area. All these.
Right.
Everywhere. Caesar's Palace is filled with them.
Institutions, jobs, schools, just a lot of things. Kids' health. They're very lax with cell phones. I just seen sometimes somebody has rules that says no cell phones, but really
I'm becoming more and more wary actually of Wi-Fi and the danger of it that it can pose to
off the grid, all Ethernet. I don't even have a regular router.
And now
I don't have a router.
And now they're saying that what is it, the network, the new one, the 5, what is it, what's it called?
I don't know, but it's scary because it's going like Skynet. That's gonna
5G.
See, I was thinking
a lot
about
stuff's actually damaging to your DNA. It will unravel your DNA.
This might play a part in my raspy voice and everything else going on with me and my emotional state up and low. I'm bathing in stuff that I stepped away from for several years, and I just jumped right back in the electric universe without shooting it up. All I did is I see the grid as a bunch of dots of smart meters that are doing different. You're doing Wi-Fi. That's one bandwidth. The smart grid is a different bandwidth or frequency or intention.
And
but
it's
you put them
truly
together,
coming to the point where there's going to be nowhere around the globe you can go and not be inundated with waves coming from
Well, the
all these artificial
5G,
things. You know, it's not the
describe
natural
that-
waves of the world. It's
Describe that a little bit more. Is this different than Wi-Fi?
I'm
or is
saying
this different
so.
than?
So back in the day, there was
Is this
like
a new
2G
frequency
networks. Now
thing, or
there's
is
3G
this-
networks, faster and faster bandwidth.
Is this proprietary to
4G is
Verizon?
what a lot of people have, and 5G
Is this a Verizon
coming
thing?
about right now. It's going to be all these different networks have it.
So
I
it's
think
not one
Verizon's probably
corporation.
leading the charge.
I'm thinking, is it general like the internet, or is it like a brand type thing?
5G is just the network type. It's a rating for
As you
speed.
talk about, it, I can feel it.
It's a rating for speed, basically, and they're getting faster and faster. The thing is, like, it's a stronger and stronger signal.
Oh, boy.
And so it affects more and more. And
Oh.
this one they're saying is actually just bad.
You don't have to affect
Straight up
every
for
fish,
people.
just all the pond that the
if-
fish
if
swims
you're-
in.
Yeah, exactly. You think about the oceans warming up. These are like wavelengths that are probably going to. I think we go this way.
Okay.
It's probably going to damage the ocean more, and we're already dealing with like
Right.
acidification of the seas and.
So you're talking about a banner for this Illuminati comedian that's here.
No, not comedian. He's a magician.
Magician. Illuminati comedian. Hey, you ever hear that one about the two Masons that would not anyway? we'll keep it going.
He does all this street magic, and a lot of the time it seems pretty obvious that they're like paid participants, the people around it, for the filmings. But he's made big objects disappear, and I mean, who knows how much production value it all has. I think it's a rather large budget for all this stuff, but there's so much like black magic aspects to all of it, and just how he dresses and his,
Well, as we speak,
See, look, I think what's his necklace got on it? It's an
anarchy symbol, but it could be interpreted
I
other
think
ways.
it was a C and an A also for Chris Angel, so he's incorporating the anarchy aspect into his namesake.
And we're now at the Black Pyramid, with a beam of light coming down, the site of the massive shooting.
I think it's also a little bit odd that House of Blues is here, and that's where like all the loss of life is
Wow.
at, right? I think there might be something to that.
For myself as a researcher, I'm kind of, I don't want to say the word numbed out, but
Yeah, for sure.
being that I've not always been on this geopolitical kick, and also looking at solar flares and maybe them staging events during those things, I see Chris Green, AMTV, put a lot of energy into the shooting thing and the brother, and I did the analysis myself. They clearly want people also in a conspiratorial mindset. I've never seen a staging like that to where it's like they make it the topic. And it's been made the topic by design. Google will link to not only the conspiracy theories about it, which they did a month ago, 4chan. That same 4chan website was blaming Muslims, calling for them all to be put in camps and exterminated by the turn of 25-30 million immediately as it happened, which is pretty scary
Yeah, that is fucked up.
because it'll be ethnic cleansing. It won't be.
Even when I learned about all this stuff, though, that's not like the aspect I'm trying to call for.
Right.
That's super messed up. I have Muslim friends. I have actually, like, an independent media guy in Istanbul, a friend who I knew.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
Send me
He
links
was
if there's-
from Aleppo, actually,
Yeah.
of all places.
That's even
He
better.
left before all of this went down, like
Really?
a while back, and he went to school in Santa Barbara, photographer and everything. But now he's doing his business is TRT World, is what
Right.
he's with now, and he talks about all kinds of stuff. He actually, like, he's in studio, like, with video camera on him now. I'm kind of proud that he's done
Discussing
that well.
topics like,
Yeah. So where the hell is Valet? Did I go to the wrong place? I'm gonna talk to these guys.
yeah, it's a taxi. We are at Mandalay Bay, site of the alleged false flag shooting or non-existent shooting. Looking for a valet to park this brand new Lexus that I am a guest in. It's pretty awesome to end my vacation this way. Now it's actually starting to sound like a vacation, not just another survival adventure.
I have to do a loop so they can get a shot of my car coming in, which I believe is enhanced security, probably.
Wow. The intelligence networks are going to know that Alex Ansary was at Mandalay Bay.
Fear.
Oh no, dude, there was my sunglasses. They're like, hey, it's Alex Jones. No, answering. Who's that? Never mind, dude. He's on a different radar. We just watch him for fun. We sometimes wonder though how he knows about that. That solar flare shit. So yes, we are now about to go drive it through the pyramid. Or around the pyramid. So I can take a shot of our car. Wow.
I pulled into the wrong place. That was just my bad. The taxi drop off.
What are you doing? What are you hiding, sir? Why'd you drive over there?
It's really nice in there, and they have this whole Shark Tank thing, which was a lot of fun.
Now, are we talking about the over here?
At the Mandalay Bay, yeah.
Okay, silence.
It was like $40 or $50 or something, though. It was a lot, and it's the second time I went to it. It was much smaller than I remembered.
All right, we are at Mandalay Bay.
All right. First time I saw it, it looked like they were blocking off that road, so I didn't go this way.
No way, slow down.
So, I'm not trying to make you fearful for your stuff, but we are putting my car under the hands of the valet right now.
Oh, okay.
So your stuff in the trunk.
Okay. Yeah, pop the trunk.
Actually, no. We're just walking around.
All right.
Think.
Yeah, it should be safe wherever it's.
I just know you have to.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
There's a valet button in the glove.
Mandalay Bay Casino, entering on the left. All right. Well, we haven't played in a while. Let's see. And they got food all through here, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm going to get pizza for sure. I've never eaten out 3 times in a row. At least not for several years. Buffet burger, which was small. For $3.25, wasn't that
so
impressive?
good, though.
It was better than anything else. Best deal out there, yeah. Here. But not, yeah.
It's really hard for me to eat well when I'm working, man. Because if I eat fast and go, if fast food's a little bit more than having brought a bag meal from home. I get back on the road really fast and I'm making more money, but my body does not thank me.
Oh, restroom. I'm gonna grab the tissue. Yeah. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. House of Blues. So yeah, I don't see a lot of memory of it, you know? It's like it didn't even happen. We didn't go across the street yet. We are in the casino, but this is allegedly where it happened again from the 32nd floor. Yeah. We're at the first level casino walking through, which has been described as the ultimate surveillance network, where we can see the cameras up here.
Look at that.
Are they not showing us the footage? Is that it?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. So they're playing up the conspiracy. This is deliberate.
But the thing is, how good these cameras are is they want to be able to see if someone's actually bringing out a fake card at a table and adding it to their hand from their coat. It's that good cameras.
To do what?
So if someone's cheating at a table, they want to have good enough surveillance to catch that.
No, yeah, right, of course.
So So if some dude alone was able to like do all of that, then I feel like there's got to be footage. You know?
Wait, so they're just saying that there is no footage, or they're just saying
No, they
nothing and
haven't
not
released any of it. I don't
Okay.
know what they're saying about it. They're not
Right.
releasing it.
an unnecessary play up of a conspiracy theory? Why? Because you should at least show the picture like it's the 9/11. You know, like the 9/11 Muhammad Atta walking into the airport and everybody else.
Yeah. But again, the Securicon was Marvin Bush who had the airport.